The draw took place Tuesday morning. The early 2-1 favorite is Essential Quality, who drew the 14 position out of 20 horses. Essential Quality is undefeated in 5 races and obviously a big favorite. Is this the best horse in the field?
He is the best and most accomplished horse in the field for sure, but I think there are reasons to potentially play against him and look for other horses in this field. You're going to hear a lot about this post position 14. Nobody's won since Carey back in 1961, but there's something very different this year with the starting gate in the Derby. There's now the continual 20-horse gate. Remember the old gate? We had the auxiliary gate and then the actual gate from like 1 to 15. So there was a spot where like 14 and like 15, 16 were colliding. So that took a lot of the reasoning why 14 had been such a bad post. But I wouldn't pick against Essential Quality for that reason. But I do think if you look at his last race, there was a horse named Highly Motivated that he ran with in the Bluegrass Stakes at Keeneland. And Highly Motivated is a horse that typically doesn't go to the front, doesn't show a lot of front end speed, and he did in this race just because of the lack of front end speed. In the Derby, he's going to have his other horses do the dirty work for him. He's going to move back to his preferred running style, which is a stalker closer. And I think of the 2 horses coming out of the Bluegrass in Essential Quality and Highly Motivated, I prefer Highly Motivated, who's going to be around 10-1.
You know, Bear, in the interest of full disclosure, much like my awareness of Francisco Lindor's career batting average in the month of May, I was not aware that it was not a continuous gate all the way through for the 20 entrants in the Kentucky Derby. So I've learned something here thanks to you, my friend. I hope to learn, too, if the winning horse will be an undefeated horse. Not only is the favorite undefeated, but Rock Your World from post 15 and Helium from post 12, also undefeated entering this race. The Derby winner also had a 0 in the L column in 2016 and 2018. So do we see an undefeated horse win the Roses?
I think you can. Helium has no shot. He's a horse that's been off for a while, and his speed figures are really, really light. I do like Rock Your World, though. He ran a great race in the Santa Anita Derby, and here's basically what you need to decide about Rock Your World. How much pace presence is there going to be in the race? He was able to put away Medina Spirit in the Santa Anita Derby and win that race going away. And I think a lot of people in the Derby now, when handicapping it, Caddo River was a speed horse who decided not to run. And I think people are just assuming that that's going to make the pace factor a little bit softer and Rock Your World is going to have an easier time up front. I'm not sold that's the case. I think maybe a different way to look at it is because Caddo River, the dedicated speed, is out, that might mean some other horses in the race, Soup and Sandwich is definitely one of them, are going to be on the lead and think they can make the lead, and that might make the pace for Rock Your World a little bit too fast to be able to potentially survive that 1.25 miles.
Fair. Trainer Todd Pletcher has 4 horses in this year's Kentucky Derby. Known Agenda at 6-1 is at the top of the list of his arsenal. How legit a chance does Pletcher have to win his 3rd Kentucky Derby?
He has a chance, but the chance took a big hit at the post row. We all know the numbers behind post position number 1. Nobody's won since Ferdinand in 1986, and I think only Risen Star has even managed to finish in the money amongst horses that went off at single digits odds. But if you want to take a positive on this, look, your odds on Known Agenda are going to be better now because of him drawing the rail, and he has run great in the 2 starts with the Rat Ortiz. He's run great with 2 starts since adding blinkers, but those 2 starts were at Gulfstream. A lot of times you'll see Todd Pletcher horses run really, really well at Gulfstream Park and not able to transfer that running style to other surfaces. I stand in that corner when it comes to Known Agenda. If he runs 5th, I think from post 1, that's probably a really good race for him.
Bear, finally, my favorite pony is not My Little Pony, it's any long shot pony. So give us a horse at 20-1 or higher that has a shot, you think, to help cash some serious ticket.
It's another one of Todd Pletcher's horses. It's a horse by the name of Dynamic One, who was second in the Wood Memorial in his first start against winners. I actually had Dynamic One in that race at about 15-16-1, and it looked like he was going to win before he got passed by Brabonic late in the race. But I like the running style here from off the pace. I love the angle of second start against winners. Usually your first start after breaking your maiden against winners is a race where you kind of regress a little bit, don't necessarily early, run well, and then your second start against winners is when you're really set for a peak performance. But I think Dynamic One in that post, with that riding style, he figures to be someone at around 20-1 who might be overlooked in his price, might drift up a lot. And I think of all of the 20-1s are better. I think Dynamic One is probably your most likely shot at a very nice payday.
He's racking up the frequent flyer miles like Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Cleveland this weekend for the draft, or I should say Thursday night for the draft. Then he's in Kentucky for the Kentucky Derby. Chris the Bear Fallica with us here on Bet. Thanks, Bear. Travel safe. We love you, buddy.
You got it. When do I get to come out and stand around and jump and sing like a bunch of idiots with you guys?
Anytime,
looking forward
baby.
to that.
Bring it on.
Anytime.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.